good morning or good evening whenever you are watching this. I hope you are doing well. My name is Catherine and today we are going over my November TBR. This next month I am going to be trying to keep things a little chill. I've been very ambitious the past couple months with my TBR and unfortunately it has put me in not necessarily a reading slump, but I've definitely been a little bit overwhelmed with my TBR and what I want to read, and I've been getting very stressed out, which is it's not necessary. I am putting myself through unnecessary stress. So we're gonna stay a little chill this month. I am participating in one readathon this month, only one. I can't do any more. So I am going to be participating in the Hannah Montana Readathon, which is the first week of November. It is put together by Jess over at Books Past Bedtime, Mare over at Mare Reads, Haley over at Haley Hughes, and Kirsten over at Kirsten's Corner. It looks like such a cute, fun readathon, and also I love Hannah Montana, so had to participate in this one. Also, I love everyone involved. They're all fantastic. For this readathon, I am going to be reading 3 books to fill a diagonal on the bingo card that they've created. The first prompt is The Climb, and that is a recently hyped book, and I will be reading that was a weird way to present it. Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I have been hearing so many things about this book. I am so excited to read it because I've just heard so many people talking about it and absolutely loving it. So I cannot wait to read this one. For Nobody's Perfect, it is a morally gray character. I will be reading Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. Literally, Mare cannot stop talking about it, so I need to read it so I know what she's talking about. I've never read a Frederick Bachman. I've heard great things about that book and a couple of his other books. I think Beartown is another one of his books. I could be totally wrong, but I'm going to be reading Anxious People, and I hear there are morally gray characters in that, so. And the third prompt that I'll be doing is I Want to Know You, which is an underhyped book, so something that you haven't heard a lot of people talking about. For this one, I'm going to be reading I Hope You Get This Message by Farah Nishi. This is a book that I've owned for a very long time. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it, but it sounds really interesting. It's like an alien invasion. They have 7 days before aliens destroy the earth. So sounds interesting, sounds intense. I've had this literally for so long. I do have a couple other books that I am planning to read. It is my goal this month to get down some of my backlisted books. I'm going to try not to buy any more books, she says, knowing full well that that's just not going to happen. I am going to be trying to read a lot more books that I own because I do have quite a few that I own but I haven't read yet, and they've just been sitting there, and I've just been sitting there wanting to read them but getting distracted because that's who I am as a person. First, I'm going to be reading The Hand on the Wall by Maureen Johnson. This is the 3rd book in the Truly Devious series. I think she's coming out with a 4th one. I don't know. This one has been on literally since it came out because I read the other 2 right when they came out. So I don't know what took me so long, but I'm finally going to read this one. It's gonna happen. I also am going to be reading Circe by Madeline Miller. I just read Song of Achilles, which so many people have been telling me to read literally forever, and I totally fell in love with it, so I'm excited to read Circe. Finally, it's happening. I also just read Illuminate by Amie Kaufman and Kristoff, and I fell in love with this book, so I'm very excited to read the other 2 books in the series. It's such a good book, so I'm excited to read those other 2, and I think they just came out with a prequel, so I'll probably end up reading that one as well. Lastly, I'll be reading Winterwood by Shea Ernshaw. This is another book that I've just owned forever, and it is time for me to finally read it. It sounds spooky. It involves witches in the woods. I don't totally know what it's about, but I tend to like going into fantasies not knowing completely what they're about. So I'm excited to finally read this one. Again, I've just had it forever. So that is my November TBR. Again, we're keeping it pretty chill this month. I'm just trying to catch up on a lot of my backlisted books. If you've read any of these books and you've loved them, let me know. If you've read them and you didn't like them, don't tell me. I don't want to know because I don't want that sort of influence before I read it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on that bell icon so you get notified every time I post. I post new videos every Monday and Thursday mostly. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, bye!